my name is Najwa and I am student at Universitas Islam Indonesia. I have a concern on this topic. It is called limitless freedom of expression in social media has become worthless. Anybody have any idea what are we going to talk about? Well, let's just talk about it. Indonesian Ministry of Communication and Informatics, Kominfo, guarantee the freedom to hold opinions in the digital world, as stated in Constitution about the rights to freely express opinions. Universal Declaration of Human Rights also plays its role on preserving this as natural-born human rights, and citizens' involvement on social and politics democracy also give impact on how this right is implemented. The guaranteed right lately turns out uttering words such as hoax, debate, hate speech, fraud, etc. Well, we are not talking about how this limitless rights, how this limitless freedom becomes limited, as what happened to our friend Bima Yudho Saputro recently. We all know that he was trying to give a hand on the infrastructure development, and what he shouted out at TikTok was something need to be heard by people. But unfortunately, people these days are easily affected on the circulating informations. Kominfo once said, netizens are free to give comments on cyberspace as a media of discussion and expressing opinions, but what happened lately is that people seem to be fine on stating truth of their own version without paying attention on norms or attitudes. Moreover, well, they have the rights to express their mind, right? Netizens found out that this is an opportunity for them to show the world who they are, to share their expressions, to share their feelings, their thoughts, their worries. Well, those things they shared sometimes are oversharing without holding back privacy and filtering what they share. But this phenomenon precisely brings out netizens to speak up in a not good way. Lately, bad words, evil comments, bad contents, hashtags, bad things are seemingly being common to people, familiar. Everybody talk about every day, and when those becomes familiar and common to people, they're as if they're trying to say that saying bad words are not bad, having bad behavior is not bad, and doing bad business is not bad also to do. As if they're trying to tell us that breaking rules is great, having no attitude is cool, and crimes are trends. How is this supposed to be? Right? Well, let's say that I am suffering a hard life. Well, what happened recently, like what I mentioned before, that everything becomes bad, and then the output is that the freedom we have, the limitless freedom, the rights we have become worthless. The limitless freedom of expression that we have become worthless. Let's say, for example, I am a person suffering hard life and I have no one to listen to. I have no one to rely on, and then I started to share my story. I started to tell my life, my story on social media, and then I found out that people react on my post. I feel like I am listened. My existence is valued, and then I started to share a lot about my life without filtering, and then I use bad words, I curse people involved around me, and then what do you think that I do? Is it right or wrong? Can we decide it? Well, actually, we cannot force people to feel like what we feel, to have sympathy on us, right? Social media is a very powerful tool of communication, but after all, it's just a tool we should control, not a tool that controls us, right? Let us question ourselves, are we enslaved by social media? Can we separate what is right and what is wrong? Can we value which contents is good to watch, which articles have the value to be read? Lack of literary culture and critical thinking will lead us to underestimating chances. There will always be information spread out, whether it is valid or invalid. As social media users, what we can do is that we should make a best use of it and respect the rights we have by considering the norms and attitudes. Well, I think that's an interesting topics to be discussed. I am wondering, I am longing for another chance to discuss with you. So thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.